the year unfolds. So let's move on to the lighter side of life,
Okay.
also based on the kind of questions that we receive. So assuming that you work in a team context, who would you look for in a team to generate new ideas for an ever-changing economy, like the one you mentioned, the digital economy, content creators and things like that? So who do you look for?
Well, okay, this is a very interesting question. I would say that if you're looking at the team for creativity, I would say that look at a person who has a 3 or 5. Allow me to share an example. In the past, I used to train a group of executive search. They are SME in Singapore, and the staff strength is about close to 100 of them, because they manage different division and sectors, right? So interestingly, the country head, or rather the GM, wanted to make sure that the staff are aware of this kind of skill set, so that they can better prepare themselves before they interview the candidate. So if you are looking at a positive contribution in terms of idea generating, I would say that a 3 or 5. So that's why this year I emphasize a lot on communications, because the area, or rather the sector to look out for, are like the digital communication, or digital space, or digital marketing. So these are the booming so-called industry that people are going into. So if you and also not forgetting the analytics, the big data companies, because all these are numbers that interpret the trend and the pattern. Just like numerology, it's like a mathematics. You have to identify the trend and patterns. So understand and digest, so that you can use this as a numbers to give you insights on what you can do to go forward. That's on the business side of the business user. Yeah.
It's a very interesting way to respond to the questions that we have received. So maybe, okay, it's not maybe. You mentioned the numbers 3 and 5. So for the purposes of time, let's just focus on number 3.
Okay.
What is it about people who are number 3s in their nature that is so suitable for generating ideas and to do creativity work? What is it about them that makes them tick in this way?
Okay, number 3 itself is a very dynamic, and is a very happy-go-lucky kind of person. It's not that they take things lightly. It's just that they are more positive, and they like to see things in the brighter side of life, rather than being in a very pessimistic way of seeing things or doing things. Instead of saying no, 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 they are always a yes, 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 there's a possibility. So that makes people feel comfortable with them. And at the same time, they are more of a idea generator. So if you have a meeting, put a 3 in, ideas can spin off. They might not say, but that doesn't mean that sometimes they don't observe, because perhaps at the back of their mind, they are just trying to put it down and create a proposal that might just surprise you. Then the wow factor. So I would say that people who are 3 are very good in terms of connecting with people. So these are very good as a frontliner, or rather in the business development, in the sales positions they are in. And this will be very good in terms of looking at how you can maximize the person in terms of their talent or their character. So this is something that I also do when I'm working with those HR consultancy, in how to make sure that certain job designs are suitable for certain character, because we want to bring out the best in people and not to put them down. People leave not because they don't like what they're doing. In fact, they can love their job, but sometimes they just cannot get along because perhaps their boss or their peers do not understand that.